Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. If you would like to see a hilariously dumb mistake that ultimately led me to have to restart the path, which got me 1,800 collector's candy for the new candy shop, check out a video I'm going to post in a couple hours on the channel where I basically just title it, "Don't Make the Same Dumb Mistake That I Made." But hey, if you want to laugh at me, because I'm still coming off of somewhat of a high of taking advantage of this bizarre small window where for the event quest, for some reason, Lord knows what that was, there was a Paragon Gauntlet that was opened immediately, and that led me to be able to explore it before I've done any Thronebreaker. Like, look at that image. 0% of Thronebreaker done, 100% of the Paragon Gauntlet done, which effectively means that this Paragon Gauntlet ticket is worthless for me because I just bypassed the ticket Kevin McAllister style and was home alone to do the Paragon Gauntlet. It was also pretty dang easy. Now, of course, I used Ascended Hercules, rank 2 Hulk, and rank 5 Nick Fury, so take that for what you will. But with that being said, we've got this new candy shop, and I am always going to say the same thing to you that I am every day. Start with the purchases that you normally can't get as easily in the game. And for me, that's this tier 6 class catalyst selector. Now, the 5%, pretty small percent. That is how much I get because I now use all my trophy tokens unless I have a crazy amount in the overflow, which doesn't happen much. But for the Battleground store, which is, look at all the stores now in this screen. It's crazy. But you can see I've already maxed out my purchase limit of tier 5, or excuse me, tier 6, 5% tier 6 class catalyst fragments, because I can't get them really anywhere else, and that's what I need more than anything to take my next 6-star to rank 5 or my 7-star to rank 2. So I am going to emphasize anytime you can get this, especially when it's not for cash, go for it. So I'm going to be taking care of this first thing. The tier 5 class catalyst selectors are not worth it at first because you can get those from other places, as are the tier 5 basic. Now, the tier 6 basic are worth it, and there's a decent chunk for this. So I would do tier 6 class catalyst fragments first, then tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha, then generic 6-star 6 stones, and those are priced really well. In fact, I am tempted. I've got 1,800. You know what? I'm going to put my currency where my mouth is because I want to use them immediately. I really am in the path, the quest to max sig my Lady D. And now she's sig 167. And that is pretty dang fun. I'm also going to finally use this on my Immortal Abomination, who's 10 sigs higher than Lady D is now. All right, so again, I like to follow my own advice. Decent amount of gold for, I mean, that's what, 2 million gold as a purchase limit? That's pretty cool. 7-star shards, you can get up to 1,000. Price tag's pretty high for a small amount, but, you know, take that for what you will. I love that there's a tier 1 class alloy selector. That's fantastic. Most of the time it's crystals like this. 5-star relic crystal shards, save them. Tier 2 alpha, save them. Again, you want it to be tier 3 and tier 6 first. Skip to tier 5, skip to tier 3, start with 6-stone crystals as well. You also get a smaller amount of tier 6 basic down here, and even the 6 stones, and I've still got 300 of those. So, all right, so it's cool you can take advantage of those tiers. Look, I'm not saying relics don't have a value, but if you're going to have a limited currency, I would not go for them. And if you go for them, instead of opening the relics, unless you just don't have any, which would be a weird scenario for you to watch this in any case, I would go for the guarantees if you're going to buy the selectors, which is why this tier 1 class alloy selector actually gets a pretty dang high grade for me in this evaluation. So I'm not saying 7-star shards aren't valuable, but 6-stone crystals have no guarantee. They're all RNG based. The 6-star shards, pretty decent amount. We're talking about 20,000 by the time this is over. So I'll probably purchase some of those when it's all said and done. But when it comes to selectors and rank up resources for this store, and I know everyone's progression level can be different, so you may not see what I'm showing you now, But for my 2 cents, take it or leave it, this is the first priority, then the Tier 6 Basic and the Tier 3 Alpha. I love 6 stones, but if you don't need them, I would put them 4th, not 1st on the list. And then the 7-star shards and the 6-stone crystals maybe. But Tier 5 Basic and Tier 2 Alpha, you can get those for cheap other places. And if you want the fully formed, if you got $1,500 to spend, don't spend it on Tier 5 Basic or Tier 2 Alpha. Do snatch these up. This is 5th on my list of priorities, but it's still worth considering that it's hard to get 100% of those. And I do have plenty of in the preview, which, by the way, I haven't done a video on this yet, but I am so appreciative of them showing what's in the overflow now automatically so you don't have to click on it. Like, that's a big pro player move. But you can see I am down to literally 0 Tier 5 Cosmics, so I'll want to stock up and get 2 of those with that. So, I'm not, like, blown away with the store, but it's pretty good. I mean, not bad. I appreciate it. So, YouTube, there you go. There are good values. There are average values. There are terrible values. You're seeing all of them in front of you. So, unless you really need gold, I'd save that for last, but some people are going to be desperate for gold and take that first. For me, it's a red X, but for you, it might be a green check mark. That's the beauty of knowing what I recommend is based off of my own individual experience, but your needs may be different, and if that's the case, go with them first, but go with selectors, more choice, less chance. That's been my YouTube motto now for a couple years, and it's served me very well in this game. Thanks for watching.